Okay, YouTube, we're actually on a screen share today. And the reason for this is because my ancestry results have updated yet again, and my mother's for the very first time, honey. We just did. It took like 2 months for my mother to get her ancestry results, and we seen that a couple weeks ago around the first of the month. Or in my singing voice, the beginning of the month. Honey, the beginning of the month, y'all found out that my mother is 93% African. Or it might be less or more now. We about to see. So I wanted to be, y'all know how I do this, for y'all that's been seeing it this long. I like to be shocked too, so I didn't even pull it up yet. I want y'all to see my raw reaction. So now I'm about to pause and pull it up in real time. Well, in my real time, because y'all are looking at this on a pre-record. Okay, we're back, and we're now on the home screen for my mother. And just in case y'all are wondering, this is a nickname for my mother, not her actual name. And believe it or not, her nickname does not sound anything remotely like her real name. So don't think nobody's going to guess who she is just by that nickname. It actually was on my thing first, but thank goodness I glanced away from it before I was able to see what it was. Oh Lord. Now I'm looking down at hers. But then again, I still don't know from the last time, so I guess even though I'm seeing this little summary right here, I don't know what she was last time. All the thing I know was she was 93% African. So let's go ahead and click on DNA. Your DNA results, and then it should give the update. Or did it just automatically? Because what normally happens is it will still show your old results, and then it will say we have an update available for you. Oh, wait a minute, what's going on? Okay, view for this rank. I got some good looking family members, y'all. Not to be on no Thomas Edison type shit. We don't do no kissing cousins. So I guess he will be my eighth cut. Okay, I'm not going to pay my mother's DNA any mind. Cameroonian 38. Sorry, y'all. He caught my attention. Like I said, we got some good looking family members, honey. Who's she? Come on, blonde. Okay, anyways, this ain't no family scroll. Y'all ain't about to go through all the family tree today. Let's see if it shows that my mother's thing need updating, because that's normally how it does it. It will. Oh, there it goes. Your updated estimates are here. We recently added more ethnicity populations. Based on this update, you might see changes to your results. Your DNA change, but our science. Your DNA doesn't change, but our science does. Your DNA results are only the start or the beginning of your origin. Okay. Explore the update. So, I guess they already updated hers. I don't see where the change is at, really. Okay, they took away that Nigerian. Cause I was wondering, they must have seen my last video and peeped game, baby. Because I don't know. Because I was like, where in the hell is we Nigerian at? Not to say that we don't have any Nigerian, but for Nigerian to be the first one, I thought that was weird. And okay, now you see that my mama is, dominantly Cameroonian, and that makes sense. Okay, Ancestry. You're finally getting it together, because y'all know I called the Ancestry out, because I was like, there's no way in hell that my mother is dominantly Nigerian, and even though I never met my father's side, just based off of the because once again, y'all, I actually studied history. My minor was actually going to be in history. Matter of fact, African American history, to be exact. Well, African and African American history was going to be my concentration. My other minors was going to be marine biology, and my ultimate major was I was going to be a licensed veterinarian. A licensed veterinarian. No specialties in that department. Although neither of that worked out that way, turns out I ended up becoming a medical esthetician instead, and got my degree in marketing. But like I was saying, you can look at my mother's bone structure, and if y'all want to know what my mother looks like, check out her ancestry results, and y'all see what she looks like. Like, she looks Congolese, like based off of the anthropology bone structure, she's just, her skin and everything, she's Congolese. So I never understood the Nigerian. Because Nigerians, yeah, there are different tribes of Nigeria, this, that, and the third. Not all of them have super wide noses, but they have a particular bone structure. Just like the Fan people, which, Asians descend from, they all have that particular bone structure, even though it might slightly vary based off of the country or whatever. It's generally the same. So I was confused when they was trying to say my mother was Nigerian the first time. And I wish it showed the option that I can see the previous update. I'm not seeing the option to do that. Now it looked like they done took that away. Let me see, learn more about this update. Okay, now we can view previous estimate. So this was my mother's previous estimate. She was 29% Mali, 28% Nigeria, 23% Cameroonian, 6% Senegal, 4% Ivory Coast Ghana, 3% Benin Togo, England Wales, North Europe 2%, Norway 2%, Ireland 2%, Philippines 1%. So she ended up 2, 4, 6, 1. She was 93% African. Now I think she's still about that, but just slightly different now. So now it's 31% Mali, and when we click on the range, because you also got to pay that into mind, that's the range estimate they can go for. And you click on more info. Your range of 10 to 35% comes from making multiple comparisons of your DNA to our reference panel and includes other possible but less likely percentages. And then you got Chad, Mali, and all these areas right here. The Congolese and the Western Bantu people. I see they slightly keep changing the terms of this over the years. Zero to 33%. Your ethnicity estimate is 28%, but can range from 0 to 33%. Nigeria is still fairly high. It's third. And like I said, y'all seen before, they had her at 28%. And now it's 17. Then there's the rest. Eastern Bay. Now what's the difference? Okay, now they're showing the Native American with my mother. But they're now showing only 1%, and that is from Eastern South America. Now I don't understand how is that possible, because like I know for a fact, a fifth of our family is Eastern Band Cherokee Indian from North America. I'm not saying, once again, I understand that DNA goes from hundreds and hundreds of years, but I'm saying that, we can trace our lineage a couple hundred years to Eastern Band Cherokee. So it's weird that, they're not showing any of the North America for her, even with this update. So now they do got this correct, that we are from North Carolina. Our family descends here from all the way to the 17th century. So So early North Carolina African Americans, the Carolina Eastern Border African Americans, Little Petey River. Although I'm curious about this one. Now that's weird. Because I'm like, how in the world did I get more native? I mean, granted that mine is still insignificant too. It's only like 3%, but for my mother to be 1%, that's crazy. Senegal, Benin, Togo. And this is another weird one because Benin was at one point as high as 20% for mine. But then again, I thought I got that from my father's side. So that might be why hers is a little bit on the less side. As long as they got this correct. But Mali, I am shocked that Mali is ahead of Cameroon. Because once again, I always think that we would be dominantly, Congolese. And then everything else will fall under it. But they got my mother as 31% Mali. Honey, but I ain't opposed to Mali now. Now, don't think I'm opposed to my Mali people. I understand that the richest person in Africa at one period of time was from the Dahomey tribe, which is derived from Mali, honey. So, honey, shout out to me being the descendant of the darn Dahomeys, baby. And I know I might be mispronouncing that. So anybody from Mali or Africa that knows how to phonetically pronounce the Dahomey tribe, you go ahead and leave it down below. But honey, I ain't shading darn Dahomey. I just thought we would be, more related to Mashika from, cutting in the ATL. But honey, I take the money too, honey. Go ahead and let me put in a claim to that Dahomey darn tribe money. See, the Nigerians, they keep darn saying they have $1 million for us. My mama need to get up with them. Because she got the most Nigerian DNA and maybe she do better with finally getting a couple coins out there. But honey, the Mali, honey, I definitely take that Mali coin, honey. That the homie coin, that was the richest in Africa at one point in time. Diva take it. But anyways, let's go ahead to the other ones. Oh, just be curious. Let's see what happens when you click on this. It's just going to show everything that they could test you for. So it's 109 countries in Africa, 133 countries in America. I meant regions, not countries, regions. Don't y'all correct me in the comment section, y'all. I corrected myself. 56 regions in Asia, 840 regions in Europe. Okay, so we already seeing a discrepancy. And this is why people say that if you're black, it will behoove you to take African ancestry, which I will be doing next. Now, if y'all want to help a girl out now, Diva don't usually plug her darn Cash App, but for something like this, because that African ancestry costs a cute coin, honey. Unlike, unlike regular ancestry, which cost me $59 on a sale, African ancestry, I don't think they ever have a sale, even during Black Friday. And it costs as much as $300. That's just for one test. For the full comprehensive test. If you are anatomically XY chromosome. Now, if you are a, XX chromosomal female, you're born female with XX chromosomes. What that means is they will not test your paternal haplogroup because you don't have a Y chromosome for them to test it. For us trans women, they can actually test the Y chromosome. At least I think so, even if you're on hormones. Now, in my case, I'm not on my hormones yet, so they should not have any problems with me. I'm not on any pills that will alter the results. So I would definitely try to get that before, which I'm trying to start at the beginning of 2021. So if y'all want to go ahead and drop Diva One, $10 here, $5 there, so we can get the African ancestry. And then hell, if y'all want to, get one for my mother too, I'll definitely come back with the updated video. But these are all the tests. And like I said, 840 for Europe and only 109 for Africa. Yet Africa, I want to say, is probably like 6 to 7 times the size of Europe. So, matter of fact, Africa is so large that it can fit every other continent within the continent of Africa. So, yeah, definitely it would behoove us to take African ancestry. Oceania, it has 12 regions. West Asia, 5 regions. So when you click on America, it shows you all the Native American variations that you could be. Indigenous Arctic, Yucatanian Peninsula, Indigenous Mexico. Oh, and then it's 87 regions within Mexico. Like, let's see how really detailed it gets. So Central South, Chihuahua, Durango, Zacatecas, New Mexico, and Southern Colorado. Like, it just goes on and on. Baja Peninsuelo. Once again, I don't speak Spanish. I'm trying my best. So, Baja Peninsuelo and the Southern California coast. To my people who speak Spanish, did I get that correctly? I want to say that's Baja, not Baja, but Baja. Because I want to say the J, when you have it right there, you're supposed to have the H sound instead. So, Baja. I could be wrong. Once again, y'all correct me. Then we go to Africa, which I'm still shocked that it's just showing that 109 regions. Yet Africa, we know for a fact, has over 2,000 spoken languages. About just as many, hundreds and hundreds of different, ethnic groups. So for them to only have 109 regions is quite deplorable. Ancestry, get it together. Ethiopia and Eritrea. I keep telling y'all that there's no Ethiopian in me. Y'all keep wanting to, my Ethiopians always want to claim me, but I tell them that I don't have no Ethiopian DNA in me. Not that I will be opposed to my East. Y'all know I love my East African. Same thing for Somali. Sometimes y'all want to call me Somali. The Khoisan and aka Mboto people. See, this is the ones that I was saying that the Asians derive from. The Khoisan. The Khoisans are the original people that originated to Asia, and then they mixed in with the Mongoloid people there, and then they created the Asian race. So due to genetic mutation and adaptation between different species of humans, yes, humans are technically classified in different species groups based off of our backgrounds of being Africanoid, Caucasianoid, and Mongoloid. And then due to further genetic adaptation over time, our DNA slightly differs again from our original ancestral source of where we come from, i.e., the Native Americans that came through the Bering Strait over 20,000 years ago that found America first, long before Christopher Columbus' great grandparents was alive. So 20k years ago, they were of the Asian descent, but over time they DNA genetically adapted to their own particular race of people, Native Americans. So that's how you are able to now see on a DNA test how they DNA slightly, their DNA is unique to them. But still, you see some trace origins most of the time with Native Americans back to their motherland of Asia. And then, the African, for the most part, usually has eradicated completely out of them. But then some Asian people, they still have the traits of the Khoisan, which are the African people. And then there are still some that are there that has not mixed in at all, that are pure Khoisan people in China, that they don't show you. Like, they just show you the pure white, Asians and all of that, but they don't show the indigenous Khoisan Asians that are there in China. And when all that stuff was going on with the corona and they was trying to blame black people for the spread of the corona and they was kicking out Africa, I was so worried about the Khoisan people because I was like, well, what in the world are they doing to the indigenous people of the Khoisan that are there that are black skinned that look like us? But they're actually the originators from there. They are the natives there. So yeah, black Americans and Africans, we can go back to Africa, we can go back to America, but where is the Khoisan people going to go? So I was so worried about what was going to happen to the Khoisan people. But yeah, that's how you go in more detail with Ancestry, checking out the regions. And that's my mother's results in a nutshell. So now I'm going to pause and we're going to go back and see my update. You know, this is like the fourth time. That's why I started out with my mother's, because, you know, my mother's is brand new with her. So this is her very first update they did to hers. This is like the fourth update they did for mine. So we already know the routine. So let's just see what the surprise they got for me now. Okay, now we are in mines. And as y'all can see, once again, similar relatives pull up, but they are going to be different. Now, let's see how he's related on my end before we check my DNA. I'm not paying attention to that over there just yet. Also, he's also my 5th to 8th cousin. So it doesn't go into details about that. So, interesting. So I guess when you are such a broad range that they'll just say that even amongst, you know, parent-child. I thought it might have said like 6th to 8th cousin or whatever, since, you know, I'm my mother's offspring, but it don't do that for me and Maurice. But now let's go and check out my DNA. Okay, discover your DNA. That darn old Nigerian being the top result. I hope that updated too. Well, no, once again, no shade to my Nigerian people. I know y'all are among the most sophisticated countries in Africa. I swear, I always have to do this disclaimer. Because I know somebody gonna be like, now, Juan, you always hating on damn Nigeria. I swear, I love my Nigerian folks. We understand y'all got skyscrapers and shit equivalent to darn on New York City and all that. We understand that. We understand that y'all are among the most thriving First Nation countries in and throughout all the countries of Africa. I definitely understand that. I'm just saying I appreciate my Congolese culture, because, you know, Congo don't get the respect like Nigeria. So I'm hyping up the Congo. Nigeria don't have no problem with getting, you know, attention. Same thing with Ghana, but people be shading my Congolese people. So I always got to overemphasize my Congolese whenever I can. So that's all to my Nigerians. I don't want my Nigerians feeling hurt. Okay, explore your update. Huh? Wait a minute, is this the update? Oh, here they go again, y'all. Here they go again. Like, now, wait a minute. Now, how did I end up with just as much Nigerian? Learn more about this. Because, yeah, let's see what the other update was. View the previous estimate. Yeah. See, they just won't let me darn gonna be dominant. So this is what the previous one was here. And y'all see when it was. This was August of 2019. And then, you know, the ones before that, y'all see what it was. From the very beginning, from 5 years ago. Now, that was on my Diva Natural Wand channel. But, yeah, I will try to leave all of them in the description box below. But, see, now they got me. Now, I mean, last time I was 30% Cameroonian, 24% Nigerian, 23%, Mali, 5% Benin, Togo, and so forth, so forth. Let's just calculate all the Africa so y'all know how black I am. 2%, 4%, 9, 32, 56, 8. So I was 86% African. Oh, I never did calculate how much my mother's was. But anyways, y'all still know. Matter of fact, maybe if I do a comparison to me and my mother, it might show up everything of hers, so I can just do it that way to see how much. But she's still probably 90% more likely. But let me just say, it is a blessing for us to be that much African, especially, you know, coming from one of the largest slave importing states there was, North Carolina. So for us to say that we have maintained that high level of African, because the average black American is about 75% black. So for me and my mother to be significantly over that, that is, you know, quite fortunate. And then I can go further to say that the European that is mixed within us, half of the time is not due to slavery. Like, there have been legitimate interracial unions within our family, and I'm talking about over a course of the early 19th century, some late 18th century, where I know that it wasn't no slavery involved. So for us to be able to say that, like I say, that's quite rare. But then from what I'm looking at in documents, when I looked further into it, I couldn't really see no slavery records of us at all. I want to say I might, on my maternal side, I might descend from freedmen, you know, freemen, because even when I went back to the 1840s, I didn't see any slave owning documents, no white family that we belonged to or anything of that sort. So that's very fortunate. Now I can say, at least on my maternal side. Now my paternal side, I don't know. But they got me as 20% Nigerian, 26% Cameroonian Congo, so that's 52%. Mali, 18%, so that puts me at 70%. Benin Togo is now 9%. Oh, I'm glad to see that came back because I think it disappeared the last time. So that's 79%. Ivory Coast and Ghana, that's 6%, so that's 85%. Senegal, that's 2%, so 87%. Oh, I got a little extra Africa. Come on! Wait a minute. Diva's about to hit 90. Oh, let me keep going though. Let me calculate this one more time. I think they done gave me a little bit of Mother Africa. Cause y'all know the last time I was what, 86% African? So 26 plus 26, plus 18, plus 9, plus 6. Wales is Europe, so we're gonna skip over that. No shade to my European folks. Plus 2%. Senegal. Eastern Bantu people plus 1%. Oh, wait a minute. What did I do wrong? Oh, I forgot another 26%. Cause I was about to say, I know damn well I ain't no only 64% African. What the hell? Diva Wine is now 9/10 African. Bitch, it don't get no more pure than this, baby. Honey, y'all looking at this melanin magic, honey. Yes. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just excited. They done gave Diva Wine a full 90%, baby. So according to Ancestry, I am 9/10 African. Shit. You might as well say I'm damn near pure. Now they got me even more interested to see what my mother is, because hell, if I'm 90%, she more likely probably like 95 now, shoot. But yeah, I am 90% African, y'all. Indigenous Eastern South America. Okay, I guess they took that away. Cause I do remember I was 2% the last time. Oh, wait a minute. They took my North America away. That's what they took away. So I guess they trying to say our little bit of Native American come from South America. So is the Cherokees, and our family descended from the darn-gone, although I want to say those are two different darn-gone groups of people altogether. I don't think Eastern Band Cherokee and, the indigenous people of South America are the same ones. So and I know I got some Native Americans that follow me. Y'all clarify. But like I said, I want to say the natives of South America and Cherokee are two different things. But yeah, I still got indigenous, Eastern Southern America. And like I said, if y'all want to learn more about this update, see the previous one. This is what I was previously. Y'all see the indigenous north there. And then I mixed Philippines in with the native. So I said 3% before. Now it looks like I'm 2% again. So it is what it is on that front. Now let me compare me and my mother's DNA. DNA matches. So that explains the relationship between us. Okay, but I want to see the DNA comparison. Wait a minute, why is not letting us... What's going on? Now, okay. Maybe something is going on where I can't... Let me click on somebody else. Okay, so it pulls up for him. And he's 50% German. German Europe. 3%, so 53% European, 47% African. Maybe I got to click on my mother's name direct. Let's see. Okay, there it go. Hopefully it pulls up everything. So 28, 17, that is, let me see, 38, 45, 75, 76, 80, 88, 93, 94. So based off of just this chart right here, like I said, I was spot on. So I was even right with that. So they boosted my mother's African DNA up as well, because I told you, I said, well, hell, if I'm 90% and she's definitely, you can look at her and look at me and tell that she's more African than me. That means she has to be damn near pure African. So I'm 90% African and she is 94, might as well say 95% African. So we're about as pure as it gets. And like I said, for us to be from North Carolina, for us to have a history of, you know, the slave trade and all that, and for us to have that substantial amount of African DNA, like I said, that is an extreme rarity that so many black people cannot say. So I'm actually quite honored to say that I'm 90% African. Because at one point in time it showed 77% through GeoMatch. And I ain't checked that in some time, but like I said, for it to say 90, I actually feel quite honored with that. And my mother, 95%. So that is our updated results. I know it was lengthy, but I wanted to cover everything in great detail. Wanted to show y'all the before and afters. Wanted to show y'all some more tech specs of Ancestry. You know, how to look up the range. How to, you know, compare between parent and child. You know, first, second, fifth, eighth cousin. So I also wanted to double this up as a little tutorial run through of Ancestry.com as well. So that is it, y'all, for my results. Tell me what y'all think. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.